Hey friends, welcome back to another wash day with the soap witch. Woohoo! I know that people think that I've like grown a third eyeball and some other strange weirdness because I love wash day, but I do. I love wash day. It is literally one of my favorites. I get to play around in my hair and make it look pretty. First of all, I'm gonna get this puff cuff out of my hair. All right, there we go. I've been organizing my life and it's real nice. Real nice. Like I actually found a little case because I have a little puff cuff case. Found that under some clutter. I am determined not to have a life full of clutter if it's the last thing I do. So I done took that out. And my hair, it's wilding out, but it's cool. It's cool. I love it actually, but whatever. It doesn't look as dry and such today, this week, because I feel I've been going back, get it together. Okay. I've been going back to, what have I been going back to? Something. Refreshes, that's it. Weekly refreshes. I've just decided on day 5 I'm going to refresh, period, regardless. Unless, something comes up and I can't. My glasses are dirty and it's hideous and I can hardly see. Hold on. Oh my God, that is so much better. Okay, back to where I was. Refresh is happening once a week. And I feel like my hair was just looking the best and feeling the best and was the best when I was refreshing it once a week. Adding some additional moisture because this high porosity hair be high porosity in. And yeah, I think it needs the extra love. So what I'm gonna do right now, just get my spray bottle to work. Okay. And I'm just taking to wetting it just a smidge even before I start applying my oil for my hot oil treatment, because that's what I'm gonna do. And that's because this dry operation of trying to split this hair, it just don't be working out. So I just sprayed a little, massaged a little bit into my hair because I like to split it in half. It's so much better than what usually happens. It being a little less dry is also helping. Am I speaking too soon? Am I speaking? Okay. It's also helping because recently I should say, I have been coming off of it being just like however many days, 07. Okay. And I mean not having done anything to it. I need to get my clips. This is what happens when you organize stuff though. Stuff is not where you're used to it being. And you be looking, you don't know where it's at. Every time I organize, I'm like, I don't know where nothing is. Am I right? Is it just me? It's fine. It's fine if it's just me. So yeah, I'm gonna attempt to put this up like I do every week and have my hair probably make them look stupid, but this is what we're gonna do. Let's go and put this side up. Then I'm going to split this side. Okay. I'm always spraying myself in the damn face. Okay. That's what we're doing. Go in half. Okay. Right? And so, roughly, close enough to in half, right? Is that? Because I'll get to humming and hawing and spend 15... Did I say humming and hawing? Whatever. I'll spend 15 minutes wasting time on trying to split the hair. Like, it don't need to be perfect. I'm finna sleep in it like this. No one's gonna see it but you guys. So now, I'm gonna go ahead and just moisten this a little more. I'm like, oh, it is supposed to stay, isn't it? It's continuous spray bottle. Like, it's stuck. Stupid. So that's enough. I feel like that's enough. I don't even know if I meant to spray that much, but it's where I am. I like to moisten it just because, for me, I feel like moistening it just makes the whole process better. It helps me glide the oil along my hair better. And I don't know. I just like it. Do what you want. It's your hair. So I'm using my Cute Anointing Moisturizing Hair Oil. Okay, that's it. Right. This one is in Tropical Fantasy. Pretty much everything I will use throughout this video will be Tropical Fantasy. So I had it sitting in the sink full of hot water and I left it there for like 15-ish minutes, and that's how I warm up my oil. So I'm taking this lovely trusty applicator top. It's my favorite. I loved it. Love it. Like it didn't go anywhere. I'm not saying it loved it like it's going somewhere. And I just take this and I just apply it, whatever, directly to my scalp as much as I feel like I need. Sometimes I don't know if I be doing too much or too little. And then I take my fingers and massage it into my scalp because you want it there. It's important. You want it there. I also like to get some on this raggedy hairline I got because boy, it be tripping. Okay, mostly I was tripping because I had stopped doing this regularly. This was an every week thing and I feel like my hair was really appreciating it, and then I got lazy. I just ain't feel like doing it. I don't know. I don't really have no excuse, except sometimes I just be like, I get in these weird little funks where I just don't want to do nothing. And sometimes that includes the extra stuff that I know is good for my hair, and then I pay for it later. It's still bad. So anyway, I poured a nice little amount in my palm, and then I'm just gonna prayer hands that through my hair. I don't really do any full raking because it's not like detangled. It's not the most tangled, but it's not detangled either. I'm gonna do that later with the unbrush and my incredible, wonderful deep conditioning hair mask. That's right. I feel like this is pretty good. See, I used to go way too far and use like half the bottle on one section. Not necessary. You don't gotta do all that. But I feel like I've gotten the oil worked through pretty well. Then what I like to do, well, make sure I get the ends. Okay, that's important. Then after I finish this section, I just like to get it out the way. Now you can do whatever you want to get it out the way. I always just do a bad tune-up. That may or may not stay. That doesn't keep me from doing it every week. Girl's a glutton for punishment. So I'm gonna just do this all the way around. It's gonna be 4 sections. One front, one in the back, and then one in the front and one in the back, and then that's gonna be it. Okay, all done. So now I'm just going to cover it all up. First with this plastic flower cap, and then with the bonnet. I'm not gonna fight with this bonnet today. That's what I'm not gonna do. I'm gonna do what you're supposed to do the first time. How about that? I'm not gonna talk about what happened last week. Finally, big giant scarf. I will be dying to get all this off my head in the morning. Okay. But the reason I put it on there in the first place, okay, is because one, I don't want to get oil everywhere. It's no good. All right. And second, I just feel like, you know, it kind of insulates me, you know, right? That's what I'm going with. So, you know, I generate that heat, gonna generate it anyway, do it while I'm sleeping, overnight. It can really just work its way in there with all this goodness. That's what I'm telling myself anyway. So that's what we're doing. I'm not changing my process. It's been working. I'm not one of those people that likes to fix stuff that's not broken. Okay, so I'll see you in the morning. Morning. Y'all already know I ain't a morning person and I ain't feeling it. But, you know, here we go. I done woke up late and everything. I had stuff to do. I'm still gonna do it. I was supposed to be further along than this by now. Okay, and then this baby here. And finally, oh Lord, I'm so sick of having that on my head. Okay, so twist in the opposite direction if you remember what that is. Obviously, I forgot to get this all down, off. Like, am I gonna take my hair off? Look, every morning I just be saying stupid stuff. What are you talking about? My hair got about 15 dent patterns in it from that scarf. I ain't even tied that tight, but I felt like it was trying to squeeze my brains out of my ears. Okay, with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and wash this my deep conditioning hair mask, okay? Get my mouth together and my brain because they're not working properly, okay? So it's time to get into washing this hair. So I want to thoroughly saturate every single strand, and I usually use my hands just to help draw the water through my strands, and I just do this until my hair is thoroughly saturated. This is just a gratuitous shot from the back of my head. I see other people do it, why not me? Also, I think it'll be I started doing it because over time I can see the length of my hair and how it's grown or not. Anyway, so this is Whipped Wonder, my wonderful whip shampoo made with clay and charcoal. So that's how much I'm getting out for this first round of washing. I always do 2, and so I'm just re-wetting my hair some because I'm high porosity and I already tried to dry. I want it sopping wet, y'all. I need y'all to understand. So I took that much and I just rubbed it in between my hands just a little to even out the amount, so I can have enough for each side, or equal amount for each side, whatever you want to call it. And then I just rub it on my hair. You could already see it suzzing up. And then I scrub at my scalp with my fingertips, never my fingernails. And I'm pretty much just only washing like the top of my hair and my scalp. I don't wash the middle or the ends. I got that advice or direction from the online, and I was like, why not try that? Because apparently you're supposed to leave your ends alone as much as possible to help retain them. So I decided to try that. I do feel like it was beneficial advice, guys. All right, so I'm plaiting the suds, and I bring that suds all the way down through the rest of the hair, and that's as clean as it needs to be. And then I'm going to thoroughly rinse that out. I use my hands to squeeze out a lot of that suds to help speed that process along. So now it's time for the second wash. And that's the little tiny itty bitty amount that I'm going to use. Yes, it is. And I'm just going to do literally the same exact process. I rubbed a little bit between my hands just to separate it some. Fully saturated my hair again. And I'm just slapping that right on there. And so I'm just rubbing that on. And you can see it is already so soapy that it's getting all over the place. It was getting on my face and everything. So again, just scrubbing at my scalp with my fingertips and then taking the rest of the suds. Oh my God, a notification in the middle of me doing a voiceover. So anyway, taking the rest of that suds and just drawing it down through the rest of the hair. Yep. And then I'm just going to go ahead and rinse it out like before. Take my hands and squeeze out some of that suds, that lather, just to help move that process along faster. And now that I've got that fully rinsed out, I like to kind of put a part in my head. It's just from when I used to do it before, and I just never stopped doing it when I used to. It doesn't matter. Let me just stop explaining. Okay. Anywho, I split my hair down the middle, or just halfway. It's not quite down the middle, but just enough so that I have equal amount of hair on each side. And then I put that one side up just to get it out of the way. Sometimes it stays up and sometimes it tries to thwart me. Doesn't matter. I'm gonna do it anyway. So once I get that up, I typically go back and saturate that other side. And so before I do that, I'm just going to show you Twilight Tempest Deep Conditioning Hair Mask. That's the consistency or texture, very thick and creamy. And so now, okay, got ahead of myself, I'm going to thoroughly saturate my hair, because I have found that thoroughly saturating my hair before I apply my conditioning products helps them slip into my hair better, if you will, slide along my hair better, so I don't need as much. And save money, save product, waste not, want not. That's how I feel. So I just rub that all over my hair and massage it in from roots to ends. I know some people don't do their roots, but I'm not some people. This high porosity head of hair needs it all the way down and all the way up. All right, so then I just take my hands and sort of rake it through a bit. Not a full finger detangling, but I just want to make sure it's on every single strand. So in comes the unbrush. You know how I love it. That's right. I take it, start at the very ends of my hair. If they're being a little difficult, I brush the hair against my hand, my palm, my wrist, just so that all that tension isn't only on the hair. My hand is absorbing some of that. I feel like it helps to reduce breakage. That's the story, and I'm sticking to it. So as you can see, it's literally taking me absolutely no time to detangle this hair. Like, that brush is constantly moving up and gliding right through the hair. First, all my detanglers have incredible slip. Well, detanglers. All of my conditioners have incredible slip. And then the unbrush is just magical, y'all. So once I get that whole side detangled, I go ahead and just kind of finger comb a smidge just to get it all in my hands, if you will. And then I put it in a big twist. I used to do a big band tune-out, but that was just an epic fail, and it started getting on my last nerve. Okay, so anyway, I do one big twist. As I'm twisting down, if excess product squeezes out onto my hands, I just rub it back on top of my hair. Lose nothing. I'm going to use every bit of that. So finish the left side. Actually, that's my right side technically, but it doesn't matter. Anyway, so I finished it up. And I pulled all the hair out of my unbrushed, guys. That is all the hair from my entire head that I lost. So basically nothing. And then I let it sit for about 20 minutes while I'm in the shower. I feel like the steam is good enough from the shower. I don't really sit under a hooded dryer for extra heat or any of that, because I feel like I just don't need it being high porosity. My low porosity son does need it though, so he sits under the dryer for like 30 minutes. No matter your hair type, you can sit under the dryer if you want. This is just my preference. So again, I use my hands to help, just wring out the product, if you will, and get my hair fully rinsed out. Another gratuitous shot of the back of the head just to show off the length, because why not? It's so much fun. I see why people do it. Okay, so here we are. That's the end of this. And going on to styling now, because my hair already looks fabulous, but now it's time to style it and make it look even more fabulous. Okay, my glasses is already fogging up, and that's rude, but I'm gonna go ahead. What does that even mean? First, I'm gonna check on this part. You know how I love that. Just, clean it up just a teeny bit. And then I'm gonna nitpick over it, because we definitely don't got time for that. Did they make it better or worse? It made it what it is. All right. Look at these glasses. Like, I'm gonna be able to see nothing soon, but look, we're gonna go ahead. I'm gonna part this, split this hair, half it. Let me splash water everywhere first. Half and half on this side, half on that side. Because this has just been my even lazier method. I'm just saying, your girl is a super lazy natural. Like, I don't think there could be a lazier natural. Like, I want my hair to look good, you know, whatever feels good to me at the time, and that could be anything. That could just be, I just put some leave-in in it and went. Now that's rare because I'm high porosity, and it's just too dry for me to do that, leave it in and go with only leave-in. I know some people do it, and that's cute for them, but it ain't me. But you know, twist out, I'm thinking about doing some other styles too. I did a couple twist outs, wash and goes all the time, obviously. I've been teasing, talking about a perm rod style, maybe flexi rods. I got all this stuff that just sits down there and I don't use it. Did I mention I was a lazy natural? Okay, so we can go ahead with the style. It ain't wet as I want it to be, even though I just got out the shower and did not wring it down. Cause high porosity. Hello girl. And it probably was good enough 5 minutes ago, but you know, I'm gonna go overboard, okay? Ain't nobody gonna stop me, not even myself. So, then I just take my fingers and make that through, just like this. And then I'm gonna go in with the moisturizing spray. Am I doing too much? Probably. Get this right here, this Brillo patty hair. And the only reason it frustrates me is because it literally matches nothing else. Like, when I first started my hair journey, well, not when I first started, but when I kind of restarted for the 75th time in 2020, I had about 15 different hair textures. That's what I felt like. I had stringy ends. Now, all of them weren't natural or healthy, but still, they wasn't the same, y'all. And I had the Brillo pad thing going up here, and then like no curl pattern, and then curly-ish, coily-ish in the back. So I'm raking this through until it foams. You see that? It's getting a little bit of foam in action. This is not a mousse, this is a moisturizing spray that happens to foam when you rake your fingers through, and that's what you're looking for. That's what I'm looking for. Make sure I get them ends. I always get those ends. Okay, so grab my trusty towel. Oh my God, mouth. So if I remember to spray the water before I add the spray, then I don't spray it on after. But I am gonna go in next with this here. I just had a blank, I'm sorry. This is my leave-in conditioner. Get yourself together. What is wrong with you? That's what I'm using. This is a lovely, thick-ish consistency. And it is great for high porosity and coarse hair. Not low porosity at all. I know this because I used to give it to my low porosity son before I knew he was low porosity. Just sat on top of his hair and made him look like an old man. You know, it's like his hair was all white. So he was the inspiration for the lightweight leave-in that I now offer. That works wonderfully for low porosity hair and probably, you know, just fine hair that's easily weighed down. Not mine. Mine is not easily weighed down. So, yeah, just combing this through. And I just like to make sure that I really incorporate each product into my hair so that it gets properly absorbed. And no matter your hair type, that's probably a good idea. And when I say hair type, I typically am talking about porosity because y'all know if you've watched any singular video of mine, well maybe not, I may not talk about it all the time. I don't care nothing about that number letter system, don't care. I feel like porosity matters 10 times more, all the more, than the letter number stuff. I think I've worked that in good enough. I'm gonna say it's good enough. Right, okay. So next up, I'm gonna do the custard. So I'm still working on the test custard. Last week I had decided that I feel like I like the custard better with the leave-in. And I think that's for one of the main things, hold on, before I get ahead of myself. Let me finish explaining. I'm thinking that my preference for how I like my hair to be, feel, look has changed some. When I used my styling cream, it gave like my hair a stiffer feel, and it did much better the second time when I used less than half of the amount that I did the first time. But I feel like I'm remembering, I don't trust my memory, though I be struggling, but I got a half little small 30-second, 60-second, whatever video where I remember liking the way it looked better with the leave-in and that it lasted longer, and it still felt firm with the medium hold that I had, but it didn't feel like stiff, you know. I'm saying. So I think that I'm kind of transitioning to a place where I like the styling cream for like twist outs, whatever else, but I'm coming back to preferring the leave-in. Okay, now let me stop talking because my hair will dry while I'm standing here. I'm gonna add some water on top of this here cream. If I had dense hair, like really dense hair, because I don't. It's not fine when it's not dense. So now it's just normal. I don't know what words to call it. We are so into labels in the hair community. Not even just natural hair, just hair in general. We got to have labels. I mean, they are helpful sometimes, some of them, admittedly. But anyway, back to what I was saying before I really interrupted myself. If I had more density here, I would definitely break this up into smaller sections and work the product in. But like I cheat because I don't have more density here, which sometimes I'm like, man, that would be so pretty. But like I mentioned that I was a lazy natural, I think, and so like, you know, so I cheat. I spray some on the inside, spray some on the outside. I rub it in on both sides, and there we go. Here we go. There we go. Water is your BFF when it comes to a wash and go. I mean, other things matter, don't get me wrong. The type of products you use does matter, especially if you have a particular hair type, you know, hair porosity. But yeah, I just keep on adding water. I learned that from another YouTuber who has wonderful, beautiful hair. Okay, so here we're going in with the custard, the test custard. And you can see it's like a, you know, it's a thinner consistency. It's not super thick. But I was gonna drop some. Anyway, I have found that I don't actually need a whole lot for my hair. So I don't use a whole lot. Your mileage may vary and you go ahead and do you. I ain't gonna hold you. So I rub it in on top. Cause that hair, she be feisty. She be like, frizz, yes. And I'm like, if you say so. The only product that I use that holds down the frizz up there is the Stronghold Aloe Vera gel, because it is strong hold. It's gonna hold it down. Now this also has an aloe vera gel base, but it's obviously just much looser, which was my intention. I also wanted to add, like, I added a few butters, oil, something. I had to go down and look at my batch sheet and my recipes to see what exactly I included. Shea butter might have been in there. I feel like that sounds right. I didn't do a ton, but I just wanted to see, you know. Okay, so it's looking pretty good. I'm gonna put a little bit more on the ends. I always rub it in between my hands. I've seen other people mention that too. I'm not sure why, what the scientific reason is, but all I know is the one time I went to apply my gel and did not rub it, some people call it emulsifying it, whatever it, between my hands, hair look like trash. Don't do it. Okay. A little more for the top. Okay. And we on our way. So, now I'm gonna add this extra step in that I ain't been adding. And I don't know what it's gonna do, if anything. But I had a friend, also a customer, asked me about making a foam. I did not show y'all the foam the past couple weeks because I had not have the appropriate bottle, and I was not finna show y'all what I was using. Okay. Now I'm gonna fight this top off, okay. And give it a little shake. This is I'm calling it a water-based mousse or foam, but it's actually made of aloe vera because I'm obsessed with it. And so that's what I've been using to formulate it. And so I really like that consistency. There we go. Look at it. I'm getting it everywhere now. No, I'm not. Okay. But it just, like, it's so good. Much better than the consistency of the past foams I had tried here. I owe a video of the last one I did because I tried a second formulation. This is actually the third. It was nice, but I did not care for, I probably didn't need that much. It's cool. It was like extra loose. It was the exact opposite of this one. It was like super runny, and I ain't like that. But the whole was actually decent. I'm gonna share the video. Actually, I've already shared it now that I think about it. Like by the time this comes out, I would have already shared it like in a short and all that other stuff. Now the definition, okay, to the hair is looking real good. I don't got a singular complaint about these wet results here. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the other half. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna clip this over like this. And that's just so I don't get the hair mixed up while I'm working on it. Okay, be right back. But before I be right back, ma'am, stop it. I'm not Scooby-Doo, okay? Look at it, high porosity. I did not spend that much time, y'all. I did not spend that much time standing here. But here we go. Anyway, moving along. Okay, here we are with all the products. It's looking pretty good. I see this part already wanting to freeze, but that's just what's gonna happen. Maybe it'll, you know, lay low for me. I don't care. It's gonna look like what it's gonna look like though, and I'm gonna be happy with it, hopefully. Okay. Anyway, here we go. Full wet results. I'm gonna fuse this. If that takes too long, I'm gonna sit under the dryer. I'll be back when it's dry. Y'all, I'm about 80% dry, and I always be confused on if this is gray hair or too much product, and then I'd be like, it's both. Okay, it's definitely gray hair. But my hair is about 80% dry, 70, 80, I don't know. I'm gonna say 70. I want to make assumptions. Do you see this? Okay. And like, we'll see if it shrinks up more, but like, it didn't shrink really. I'm gonna be back. I'm kind of speechless, guys. I just want you to know that I didn't stretch my hair. This is what it looks like when I stretch it. I didn't do that. I didn't do that. I put stuff on. Now it took me the rest of my life, it felt like, to get it dry. And I think it is. This is like maybe a smidge. It's just like 99.9% dry, okay? I diffused it for like 20 minutes. That sounds right. And then I sat into the dryer for like 10. Probably should have done 15, but whatever. And then I came back and diffused a little more because I just wanted to make sure, like, I thought I could have been seeing like some white product or residue or something. So I was just hitting it with the blow dryer to try to get rid of that. If I had that, I don't know. I do know I did not stretch it. It looks stretched. Okay. So, guys, I don't know what's going on. But it's like got a very elongating thing happening here to the degree that I've never done or had since I've been doing my own hair, like without additional manipulation. And I just want you to know I'm here for it. I'm not mad at it. And I don't know. On this side, I think I might have done a little less product, which I often do on accident. And so it looks a little bit fuller, I feel like. I might try to be mindful of that next time, possibly. But like usually it's like it's not here, yo. I don't. Okay, so I'm gonna just work on figuring out my life later. I am gonna go ahead and wrap up this video because, you know, why not? So I'm not gonna lift my roots. Did I already say that? I'm just gonna leave it. I'm just gonna leave it this week and just see what it does. If I decide that it was good and lasted the test of time, I am going to, I might do the usual stuff I do the next time, like stretch it and roll the fruits. But I'm gonna leave it. Like, I didn't stretch. Okay, this is definitely where those times though, where a hair journal will come in handy. YouTube is mine, but you know, when I'm trying different products and I'm marking down the results and effects of products and how I use them, this will definitely be worth noting. Because using those two products in the way I did and the process that had happened left me with different results. Like, could take a whole step out of the routine, you know, if I wanted. Okay, so anywho, I have one of those hair journals if you're interested in taking a look, and I put a link. It's a digital one, so you just download it and you download whatever page you want at a time and do it at your leisure. I'm a fan. Okay. Also, every product that I used in this video was How do I blanket every single time? Tropical Fantasy, that's what it was. That's what it was. It smells absolutely delicious and fabulous and wonderful, and I'm a huge fan. It's my new favorite hair fragrance. All I'm saying is, it's good stuff. But I also do offer strawberry patchouli, lavender peppermint, eucalyptus spearmint, an apple fragrance, lemon pound cake, and an unscented for people who are sensitive to fragrances. I thought of you guys, I did. And so yeah, all that's available, and listed all the products below except for the test products because they're not there to be listed yet, which was the custard, which I have been just testing, and then the foam, which I'm still testing formulations on, but this last one might be it. Okay, so everything but those is listed below if you're interested in checking those out. Oh yeah, lip gloss. Today is tomato paste. That's what it looks like. Yeah. Link for that down below if you're interested in those. And the earrings, I wore these because I got them from my friend Tasha Lorraine. She makes super fabulous non-boring earrings, and she's also a lovely, wonderful person, so I like supporting her. So if you like these wonderful statement earrings, I put a link for her Etsy shop down below too. Check her out. Rundown walk. Okay, so anyway, I think I said all of the things that I intended to say, and I really do appreciate you hanging out with me. If you like what you saw, please consider liking and subscribing. Girl, would really appreciate it, and I'll definitely see you next time.